Hey everybody, welcome back. Let me open the dang TRPG. Who are we gonna be taking to Mega Satan today? That's what I ask myself. Alright. I deserve that. I deserve that. This is what I deserve. That's possibly, let's not say that it's the absolute hardest possible outcome, but it's really hard. That's Tainted Lazarus Alt Path. That's really bad. Can I tell you something? I forgot that this character existed. But there is, you know what, in some ways, it's okay because I feel my life clarified by single purpose. And what is my single purpose? Well, there's only one way to win with Tainted Lazarus, and I say this as somebody who largely feels in Isaac, you're pretty much in control of your own destiny. To a varying extent as every character, but, you know, at least you have a lot of influence. Tainted Lazarus is basically, can you just get great items? If you can get, you know, like, I want to say you gotta get 4 game-winning items and then split them evenly, but you could probably do it with 2. They just gotta be the best 2 in the game. Or you could just, I don't know, you could just get really good, I suppose. That I've been waiting for that to happen for quite some time. Maybe today's the day. Anyway, either way, I'm not upset. You know, this is the beauty of the randomizer. I think a lot of people, they want the thrill and they want the audience engagement that comes from, you know, the audience getting excited that the randomizer could give them someone bad without giving them someone bad. Not me. I respect that the wheel of fate turns in this life. Sometimes you find yourself removing a curse. Sometimes you find yourself taking 17 HP damage. Yeah, I've been playing some Slay the Spire lately. Okay, here's the thing. I do like it. We don't have an active item, but I do like it. This is bad. We're alive, actually. I've been playing some Slay the Spire lately. Man, I gotta, like, I'm taking the rest of the week off from WarioWare. I spent 5 hours grinding the WarioWare challenge this week, which is, for me, that's a lot of time. I mean, it was on stream. None of it was off stream. So, like, it's a nice, you know, pairing of 2 tasks, I guess. Like, you know, work and pleasure. Party in the back, business in the front, as I always say. That's, you know what? I've always heard that a restaurant is kind of like that. Like, a restaurant is kind of like a mullet, right? Party in the front, business in the back. Wait, business in the front, party in the back. Partying. Fun. Looking forward to the weekend. Sorry, I apologize. Every once in a while, I just like to remind you that Friday by Rebecca Black exists. Can I tell you, I didn't get a chance to finish this yesterday because I didn't form like 2 coherent sentences in the entire video. There is one gag in Dumb and Dumber 2 that actually got me, and that's that Lloyd has a custom ringtone, and it's why you coming home at 5 in the morning? Something's going on, can I? Yeah, a little YouTube classic. If you don't know, it's a song called Smell Yo Blank. There was an era of YouTube where, like, the most popular and infamous videos were basically just really earnestly made songs that are actually really bad. Man, I don't know. We got 3 trinkets that are, like, all acceptable right now. It's tough to choose. What I do know is we want an orbital to work with the pause button. If we can get that going, like, who knows? Who knows? The world is our oyster. So that was, I laughed, okay? And I do need to, by the way, you're gonna say I never do anything for you. Oh, NL. He's always, still hasn't watched The Lighthouse. He still hasn't watched Green Knight. Like, oh, okay. Okay, you got me. All of that is true and undeniable. However, I told you this year I was gonna get a hobby. I told you I was gonna watch Survivor. But God is my witness. I watched Survivor last night. Excuse me? The stat down? The stat down? This is fine. Just, we'll move on. I know there's the Eddie room. It's just like, it's really tough to do it early, especially as Tainted Lazarus. What's my history with Survivor? As the kids like to say, I am old. Old as dirt, I believe, is the typical analogy that comes up. You know how, like, dirt was formed? Okay, hold on. Yeah, you need it. I don't really understand dirt. Like, I don't know if that was... Is that one of, like, the core elements that was originally on Earth? It's just broken down, like, minerals and organic matter and stuff like that, right? Like, that's dirt. It isn't like there's a dirt mine where, you know, people come out with big buckets of it and place it all... Like, the whole Earth is covered in dirt, which is kind of crazy when you think about it, right? It do be kind of crazy. I thought maybe we'd get a Spirit Heart. You know what? I'm willing to... You gotta leverage yourself a little bit here if you want to have a good chance to win. We're not coming back into this room, so I'm just happy to have that. Golden Key, very nice as well. But I watched the first season of Survivor, but I kind of like... I was a Johnny-come-lately or sometimes not at all. Like, I didn't watch all of the first season. If you weren't there, it was really like, it was a great time. It was a cultural golden age. The Matrix had just come out, like the year prior, and Survivor was popping off, but it took a little bit to gain momentum. You know, back in the modern era, you know, everybody likes Ted Lasso, you just watch it, and then like 10 seconds after you recommend it, people are like, oh yeah, I binge watched the first season. It's already over, you know. Back in the day, you'd like hear about a show. It might be a decade before you actually discover it from that point onwards, before you have a chance to see it. But Survivor, it grew, and then everybody's watching it around the water cooler. Hold on, this is an extraordinarily important moment for us. And mission failed. I'm trying to think. Can we get deals? Yeah, why couldn't you get deals with the devil? Well, you might want to survive, I guess. That would curtail that desire. And then, look at this, the length of this room, man. It's just crazy. Every enemy spawns more enemies. Oh, and hold on. Oh, please. That's actually kind of nice, but, the thing that was nice back then is that it was like when there were these cultural moments, and when I say cultural moments, embarrassingly enough, I really just mean television. Like TV shows. They were all TV shows. Most of them were reality TV, but to be fair, it was back in the era where reality TV was new and exciting, and we were like, man, this is trash, I love it. Nowadays, you gotta pretend that you're like, oh, I only watch it cause it's trash. It's a guilty pleasure. Back then, it was high art. Okay, I mean, we need to take it. We need to take it. Wait, we can respawn as... Okay, hold the front door, man. You want to become Dark Judas first. Then, we don't have any switching left to do. Now we're just Dark Judas. This is wonderful news. There was no way for us, in my brain at least, there was no way for us to get Mom's knife and live. No, don't be a fool. So this is wonderful. We got ourselves out of the Tainted Lazarus pool. Again, I'd like to add, the whole purpose of this, the randomizer is not to choose which character you finish the game as. It's to choose which character you start the game as. Why? Oh, that sounds very convenient. Tell me you aren't thinking critically about the situation. I didn't say anything about your capabilities to think critically. I just said, tell me you're not thinking critically about the situation, you know? Without telling me you're not thinking critically about the situation. If we made it who you finish a run as, then we would eliminate, like, so many items in the game that have interesting strategic purposes, such as Dark Judas, for example. It's a weird arbitrary distinction to draw to be like, oh yeah, by the way, we're structuring our life in Isaac in such a way that you can't pick up Dark Judas for reasons that are just, I don't know, nobody really understands. Anyway, nobody cares. Moving on. But yeah, back in the day, like, if something was popular, on television at least, it really felt like everybody was watching it. You'd go to school and talk about it. You know, if you went over to your friend's house, remember, you gotta save 2 bombs. Let's go. If you went over to your friend's house, you didn't have to worry about whether or not, you know, when 8 p.m. rolls around, if they're gonna have Survivor on. Of course they're gonna have Survivor on. You live in the suburbs in the year 2001. There's nothing else to do. I say that as a noted fan of suburban life. Run? Man, I haven't fought the alt path bosses in quite some time. It's kind of throwing me for a loop. So I watched definitely the first 3 seasons. Parts of 1. Season 2 and Season 3 I definitely watched, like, religiously with my family. I don't mean like we watched it every day. I mean like we specifically watched it in church. We brought a little portable television with a little crank handle. You had to pour diesel into the top of it. It went wow, wow, wow. Let me in, please. Hold on. This will work, right? Nope. Okay. No, we watched every episode. I think I washed out after that. I think and by the way, this is, I think, just good advice in general. If you think you've got, like, the world, stitched up, if you think, we need a bomb. I mean, technically we don't need one on this floor, but I'm gonna search for one anyway. I'm not gonna fight the boss yet, though. I'm a little scared. But if you think you got everything figured out, you might end up looking back on yourself kind of like I do, which is I was the guy who said, yeah, whoa, the company that makes the iPod is going to start making a phone with a screen? Come on, first off, video calling's impossible. The technology will never be figured out. Secondly, people really want to listen to music on their phone? Yeah, okay, I have an MP3 player for that. It holds 200 songs. How is a phone going to beat that? I don't think so. That's like 9 albums, man. Actually, I don't know, it's way more than 9 albums unless you include skits, but let's not worry about that. Bombs? Well, you get, okay. That's just to placate you a little. I've been wrong about many things before, and I think Survivor was one of them. I think after Season 3 or Season 4, I don't really remember where I washed out, because it was like 2 decades ago. I'm pretty sure that in my head I was like, you know, Survivor's old hat. Now, to be fair, from that point onwards, and we're not going to fight the boss. It's one of the most scary things for us right now. To be fair, I think that I stopped watching Survivor and replaced it with, like, Arrested Development. So there is, hey, it's not all bad. That was when Survivor felt bad and Arrested Development was good. You know, we've now flip-flopped there. But it took 2 decades for it to happen. I was like, this is Season 3? This show will never make it to Season 5. And now here we are on Season 41. Who would have thought? But I watched Survivor last night. It's my first time watching Survivor in almost 2 decades. Why did I watch Survivor? I think we've covered this a little bit, but we can do it again. I need a hobby, and I can't really get out of the house too much right now. We're getting there. The baby's turning 1 next week. Kind of crazy. Does not feel like it has been a year. But also, it feels like it's been 3 months and a decade. But we can save that anecdote for like a future episode. But, well, that line of reasoning at least. But, watching TV is a hobby that I have to. I'm embracing my suburban boredom. I don't live in the suburbs, but I'm embracing my suburban boredom, which is good. And the pedestrian nature. I'm not going to be doing any wakeboarding, you know, over the next like couple of years. I'm not gonna take up base jumping or anything along these lines. You know what? Because you were good to me, I'm gonna be a little riskier than usual here. As my way of saying thank you for being a friend down the road and back again. A Hobbit's Tale. Is it the Golden Girls theme song? Is it the rejected title for The Hobbit? Nobody knows, but it gets the people going. Hey, that's another pretty good item. You're a head and a confidant. Thank you for being item. Don't hit me. Don't touch me. So I can't get my satisfaction. Hey. Rude. Oh, not rude. Hey, check it out. Never say I never use this item. So yeah, you know what? You gotta, when you see it, you gotta try. Look at the size of that thing. Look at the size of that thing. Nothing wrong with that. So yeah, basically I'm gonna watch Survivor this year. I'm gonna try to watch Survivor this year. Because it gives me so, you know, it's like I gotta create anecdotes that are outside of the grocery store. We don't really get to do anything except activity gym, grocery store, and like, you know, watch TV, I guess. and honestly, to watch Survivor, I almost found myself washing out a couple of times just because the first episode was so long. You know, it's 2 hours, which is a long time to invest in a single episode of television, but I made it through. I was entertained. I do have to tell you, this is one of the first times this is a true story, okay? I have digital cable because I'm 100 years old. At least it's not analog cable. I could be 150. And I was using the record show feature. I don't know if you're familiar with this TiVo style invention, but I have only used it a couple of times in the past. Once, right after the baby was born, I was like, I would love a show that's like Chopped, but the people on it don't know how to cook. Which is also how Streamer Chopped entered into my brain hole. But people said, you gotta watch this show called The Worst Cooks in America. It's almost exactly like you've described. Then I watched an episode, I recorded it. And we don't know what that is, okay. And I had to say, I've very rarely been more disappointed in a show, because it was like the finale episode, and the quote-unquote worst cooks in America had learned from professional chefs how to cook, and were like, I'm making caviar canapé. And I'm like, wow, and lobster Wellington, huh? That's not what I'm here for. I'm looking for someone to crush up like a bag of Tostitos and, you know, then sprinkle cheddar cheese on it. I was looking for something, I was looking for trash, and you're trying to give me like an uplifting story of how if you really put your mind to it, you can learn anything, even at an old age. I don't want that, are you crazy? Anyway, so that was my first situation with the TiVo, well, with the recording function, I should say. Then, one time I was watching the baby, I just happened to have Bloomberg News on, because I like to stay appraised of, you know, how the Australian stock market does when it's open. That's a joke, but also sometimes I'm just like, I don't know, just put on something, right? Just literally anything that can distract me from, like, you know, flighty butterfly, she flaps her big strong wings. And then the baby grabbed the remote and hit like 40 buttons. And then from that point onwards, every single day my cable box records Bloomberg Asia market open, so, which is good because I never have to wonder like how the Hong Kong stock market is doing. I always, if anything, I would say I have too much information on it. What the? Literally was just not paying attention. Saved. Okay, you're Soul of Lazarus. We don't want to use, I'm over saying it's bad, okay? I'm over that. But we don't want to use it. Man, I wish I hadn't taken so much damage, because both of these are quite nice. But it is what it is. I'm happy to be where I am. You know what? This could be a health up. It was worth a shot. There is something, I'm like, what? Die and immediately revive at half heart with some invincibility. No. You're good. We're leaving, right? Yeah. Ain't it good to be alive? Feel the sun across your face. Anyway, I know we're like 20 minutes in, haven't even talked about Survivor yet. That's because even though the episode was 2 hours long, there's so many people I don't remember their names, really. But, I recorded Survivor. Did you know, if you have digital cable, I thought I was beating the system. I thought I would wait like a half hour past the start of the episode, and then while watching, like, the show in progress, I would just use the fast forward button to skip through the commercials. And I thought I was a genius, right? As you start watching the commercial, it's all every stockbroker for some reason or app now has a commercial where they just have a young Canadian millennial standing in front of like one of those Sears photo studio backgrounds, saying like having a ridiculous conversation with themselves. My parents tried to get me to set up with their guy. Then I looked at those ridiculous fees and I said, no thanks, I'm switching to Quest Trade. It's just like conversations that nobody my age has ever had in that capacity. I'm not just saying that as a Wealth Simple stan, okay? They are competitors. Wealth Simple also clearly ripped off the Quest Trade commercial. You're not still banking with mom and dad's guys, are you? But I tried to fast forward through the commercials, was immediately met with a message that said, hey, you can't do that. And I said, oh, okay. And then I got stuck watching the commercials. So it's really, it was only a 90-minute show with 30 minutes of commercials. And they did the thing where, like, the first half hour, they're like, the first half hour is commercial free. And then after that half hour, there was like a 7-minute straight commercial break where I found out that they're bringing back CSI again. You know, it's been, 22 years since that first CSI show aired, and 22 seconds since we launched a spin-off. So yeah, I watched Survivor. I forgot, it's just a fun show. As a child, I definitely thought you're just overconfident, right? I think most people have a degree of overconfidence. It's a common bias. They consider themselves, above average in most respects. The older you get, I think, it depends on how you evolve as a person, I think, but the more I think it's easier to be a little bit more honest with yourself. I was watching Survivor, it's a different vibe when you watch it as a person in your 30s versus, someone who's a teenager. I was like, this show would kill me. The physical stuff, like, I think I could get down with, like, they had them choose one challenge, and the option was like, hey, would you rather, like, haul heavy water for 4 hours to get a reward for your tribe or whatever? Or would you rather look at this brain teaser and you only get one chance to answer? If you get it wrong, you lose the reward. If you get it right, you get the reward. I looked at the brain teaser for like 5 seconds, and I was like, nah, man. Nah. Give me the water. I would rather do 4 hours of like and this is, I know you're gonna say easy for the streamer to say. No, I'm saying like my brain is bad. I'm not trying to flex on it in the slightest. By the way, we might have been able to get away with Abaddon there. I genuinely, I guess we should try, which means we shouldn't have taken the pill yet. I thought it would kill us, but no, it's actually just a free damage upgrade, which is freaking sick, man. I guess let's pay the cost first. I know we got to get the key still. At this point, we might as well grab that as well. This is an old school 9 lives play, man. It's interesting. What an interesting run we've created. I don't know. I looked at it was basically like a large triangle with a lot of lines in it that made other triangles, and it was like, can you guess the number of triangles in this? You only get one guess. And you don't have like a piece of paper to write on. You got to use like a stick to write it in the sand. I was like, I read the Survivor subreddit after, and everybody was like, it's crazy. They went for the water, or that kept them away from their tribe for so long, which lets other people strategize, and it just seems so much harder than the brain teaser. I'm like, man, you guys are crazy. Maybe you're right, by the way. It might not be the immunity idol you're looking for. You may be right. But I was like, I took one look at that brain teaser and said, if were I in this position, I would advise, I would have done the same thing. I would have been like, you know what? I would rather lift water for 4 hours than stare at this brain teaser. So I think the physical stuff on Survivor, look, I'm not like an ex-NFL player, right? Like I probably would not be in the top half of athleticism on Survivor, but a lot of it, is not, can you lift 400 pounds over your head? I think I would be okay there. It's the social aspect I could not handle at all. Like the first challenge, and I'm not trying to spoil Survivor. I'm not going to talk about like who gets eliminated right after it happens or whatever, assuming I even watch the rest of the season, which I'm planning on right now. But help me. But like they got him doing this first challenge, and it's like 3 days after they've entered the island. They're not, you know, they haven't eaten. They probably haven't slept very well. They're dealing with strangers, you know. And they got them doing like this multifaceted challenge where they gotta lift and move stuff, like these heavy sandbags have got to go on a platform. Then you got to push like a sled. Then you got to like with a bunch of heavy weights on it. Then you got to solve a huge jigsaw puzzle. And I was like, man, I would be going off on my tribe members every time they made a mistake. I could not be nice. Like, and I know how that sounds, and everybody makes mistakes, but like in one of the challenges or one of the groups, the dude tried to very ambitiously carry too many sandbags, and then he didn't get them in the properly demarcated environment, which meant that they had to restart like the whole thing from scratch. I would have been like, hey, no, it's really cool. Like, I really appreciate that we have to do all this again for like a really good reason. Yeah, that was smart. You know, like, I don't know if you were listening, like maybe you were too busy daydreaming about what it's going to be like when we vote you out, but, you know, this was a really important moment. You had to get the sandbag inside of the square. Like, isn't it crazy how you did like 99% of the work? You carried all this stuff there. You said, don't worry, I got it, and then you just dropped it outside of the goal area just because you're, like, bad or something? I think I would be kicked out. I'm not a perfect human being, by the way. I could easily have made a very similar mistake. No question about it. But that's my innate hypocrisy, which is demanding an adherence to standards that I myself cannot meet, especially when there's, you know, stakes on the line. I don't know if I could muster the social game necessary in order to not get myself kicked out of Survivor just for being kind of like grumpy. Especially after having not, you know, eaten well. On a full stomach, I could be the nicest person you'll ever meet. You know, there's times where, like, I'll leave I have 2 slices of pizza sometimes. I know how this, you're like, where did that come from? Sometimes it's part of my routine. Every once in a while, if I don't get to eat, after the stream, I have to take the baby out for a walk early because she's very upset. I'll get a couple of slices of pizza on my walk. And then sometimes you'll just be walking around and people just jumping out of alcoves and stuff going, "Argh!" And, you know, there's times, why not give this a shot, where that can be a little intimidating, and on an empty stomach, I kind of am like, ugh, right? But on a full stomach, I'm like, you said it, brother. right back at you. So it changes your mood immensely. I don't know if it's even like a me thing. I think it's just like as human beings get older, you know, they're always looking forward to that next meal, man. 10 bombs, okay. I mean, you're always looking forward to it, I suppose. But what a shot. Pardon me, what a shot. Hey. That's not a surprise, let's be honest. Love to see it. Do it again. We're going back, Jack, and do it again. Much better. Yeah, so I don't know. I watched Survivor. I had a good time with it. I enjoyed it. As far as reality shows go, Survivor's gotta be like Survivor and Big Brother and The Amazing Race are like cream of the crop, right? Like The Amazing Race maybe is number one in terms of not being trash. I'm not trying to get on the reality community's bad side by saying that, like, Survivor and Big Brother have an element of trash, okay? But, I mean, The Amazing Race, by reality TV standards, is almost educational. I learned something on one of the first seasons of The Amazing Race. And you're gonna laugh and be like, how'd you not know this? Okay, smart guy, it's because I was, like, literally 10 years old when it aired, okay? Unlike you, who was probably, like, not even a gamete at the time. I guess that doesn't really hold up scientifically, but anyway, if you don't think about it too hard, it kind of does. Long story short, wait, what was I saying? Yeah, I learned on The Amazing Race that if you have a diesel car, you can't put regular gasoline in it and vice versa. I believe that on one of the first seasons, they were in a country that uses diesel vehicles, and they put regular, like, unleaded gasoline in it and just blew that son of a gun sky high. I mean, actually, it just stopped running, but, like, wouldn't it be something if if it exploded? No, NL, those are Teslas. Upvotes to the left. Anyway. So The Amazing Race, you know, because they're going around the world, it's borderline education by American network TV standards. Like, you gotta respect it. Please, please. What, you don't want this one? It's not good enough for you? Yeah, I thought so. The Emperor. Pretty sick. That's pretty sick. This is okay, right? Yeah, we can leave. We need more HP to win this run. Probably not much more, but like... A shop would really... Like, a shop with some spirit arts would really help. Or just an item that gives us some. What have I done? It's Azazel. It's Azazel. What the... I can't kill the enemies. It's like taking damage on this room is an extreme embarrassment. But you know what? Let's just say we did it. If I did it, we did it practically. I'm starting to think that we should not have Azazel's horn. Please, please. Dark Bomb, you used to be a good item. I know it's going to be hard to believe. I mean, I think we should at least pick it up. If we die, we die. I'm not sweating it. Oh, this is a heavy knock on the door. Look, there's a bit here. I'm not sure if I can make it. I'm not like it's like out of the pocket for me, but as somebody who works next to a door where we receive a lot of packages, the people who drop off the packages have like the most aggressive knocks you'll ever hear in your life. And then like half a second after leaving the package, they're gone. It's like they were never there in the first place. No one's ever really gone. I want to talk more about Survivor, man, but like, are you seeing this room here? Oh, we don't even have to do it. All right, I don't think I can get you out of there at this point, so we might as well just blow this up. Wow. Yoink. I'm gonna peep it. I feel like we kind of had to peep it. We don't want to Emperor out, man. We gotta we just need some HP. I've lost more than I care to admit, unfortunately, but just Dark Bum, you can work with me here. You know how it works. Also, Survivor has come like a long way, and by that I mostly mean the contestants. Like in the early seasons of Survivor, sometimes it would take them like, you know, multiple episodes to actually create fire. There's been like a boom in survivalism, I guess. I knew because of like doomsday prepping and stuff like that, and just general like, I mean, Survivor is part of the wave, I'm sure, that helped popularize this, and then people were like, oh, that's not extreme for us now. You know, we got Man versus Wild. Like I don't even feel anything unless I'm, you know, 10 seconds away from drinking my own pee. But now, like, the whole making fire stuff on Survivor, literally they just get to the island and they're like, oh, there it is. Okay, now we can get to working on the next stuff. They're living in like it almost looks like the Flintstones, you know, when they got like telephones made out of old dinosaur bones and stuff like that. Like back on the day in Survivor, there's just a lot of people being really bored. They're just like, you know, sitting inside of their hut begging for a quarter cup of rice. Nowadays, these people they're thriving. Please. I need a little more gas here, Dark Bum. You gotta work with me. Burkano? Really? Like, after everything we've been through? Back to formula? Back to formula? Can I just get, like, the second secret room? No? Okay, cool. Mausoleum Mom is a bit of a... It's a bit of a mess for me. I'm hoping we get a foot to come down. We'll actually use the pause button. Mission failed. Saved! Not saved, I got hit there. Saved. We can take whatever we want. You know as well as I do, we need the Polaroid. We do have 30 damage. It's mostly like we got some HP related concerns. Also, like, they've made it a little bit more extreme, but apparently that's like a Survivor 41 thing. Like, now they only gave one of the tribes food. Don't worry, it was a meritocracy. It was all based on some... I'm not trying to judge the show, okay, but it was like, hey, find 17 ores and then you'll eat tonight. And I was like, yes, make them work for it. Make their pockets hurt. Like, they've definitely taken it to the next level. I kind of, and I this is nostalgia talking, I'm sure. Because, again, I had a good time watching the episode, but... Oh, brother. I kind of miss the naivete of, like, the first couple of seasons of Survivor where people weren't, like, really playing a game. They were just kind of like, I don't know, I'm just here. Yeah, it would be nice to win $1 million. Nowadays, everybody's like, my favorite player, Shannon, from season 36.B. I really enjoyed the way that she hid her physical abilities throughout the challenges, and then at the end of the game, you know, took off like a firework and showed her real potential. I'm like, whoa, jeez, man, I didn't read the manga before watching the anime. Am I okay? It's a strange position to be in here. Not with respect to Survivor. We should just place as many bombs as possible on you. We're only going to get a couple, maybe 4 of them in there. Maybe 5 of them in there. Maybe 6 of them in there. Maybe 7 of them. 8 must be the maximum. 9, perhaps. Quick little 10th bomb. Doesn't work. Oh, okay. Please. Please. I don't even know what I'm looking for, but please. You know, like, our HP is so low that there is a part of me that thinks Bloody Gust might be the play, but I don't think it's the case. I think we gotta grab this and try to make it work, which means we should actually... I think we will lose a lot of our HP by doing this, but I think we have an obligation to at least try. At least to get the bone heart filled up. Like, we really just have to pick one life and kind of roll with it here. Thank God, by the way, that we didn't pick up too much on left Lazarus, because I don't know. Maybe we still have... Maybe we have both. Don't pick that up yet. That bone heart is not long for this world if you do. Oh, I see. So you won't eat rotten hearts? Fair enough. What the heck? Spiders, maybe? Okay. I don't really want to be Azazel. I think we gotta dump Azazel's horn. It's good for the rooms, but I think it leads to us getting destroyed on Ubermom. God, a rotten baby would hit the spot, man. Please. 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 It's fine. That's the Azazel I want to be. I can't pick it up. Oh, because I'm Dark Azazel. Okay, Dark Azazel can't pick up the HP anyway, so don't sweat it. Arcade, very interesting. Very interesting opportunity for me to blow many things up. I don't even have a penny. Okay, so blow this up. Grab a penny. Go inside. Blow it up. Blow it up. Monkey's Paw seems more valuable than the bombs. Although the bombs might be more valuable for now. We can do like a sweep up at the end, though. Interesting. Because right now, if we ever find ourselves on a room that's just pure garbage, we can... That's the tower? Oh, there's a tinted rock back there. Is a spirit heart right there? Would you look at this? Okay, that's big. That's big as well. I think if you find yourself in a room that is super annoying, what the... You almost had me. Then you just pop your pause button immediately. Look, this run is actually really good. We got an insane amount of great items. That being said, I'm still a little surprised that we're probably gonna make it through this. Like, this is an unbelievably strong floor. Just, not really with respect to the items we're getting, but just with respect to the amount of spirit hearts that are dropping. It feels like we've been redeemed. And I'm really thinking that Monkey's Paw, if we set it up properly, can keep us up there too. That's lots of money to do nothing with. For me to poop on, so to speak. Anyway, yeah, I had a good... Honestly, like, it's just... Oh, why would you just run into him? It's just nice to have something to look forward to as, like, a topic of conversation on, like, a Wednesday, right? Or, I guess, a Thursday. Also, it's freaking me out. Jeff Probst is really starting to look like my dad. And I'm not suggesting that, like, he is my dad. Like, he is my father. I'm just suggesting that, like, I guess all men, you know, that are lean and have dark hair, when they get older, they all start to trend towards, like, a convergence point. Right now, I'm telling you, if you put Jeff Probst and my dad in a room together, I could tell the difference. But in 2030, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I would remain confident in that. Hold on, we got tons of money. What did I left the fish back there? That's fine. That's fine, man. That's fine. That's fine. Now you know that there's a chance here. You know that you could give me Rotten Baby. I'm holding a thermal detonator, just so you know. So if you want to test me, I'm not afraid to let the Q key fly. Okay. I should have known. Like, the Rotten Baby, it's not exactly known for its prodigious degrees of payout. I'll tell you, though. For about one room, we're going to be really stoked that we got all these flies and spiders. For a room or so, we are going to be, you know, alright, 7 up, we're gonna get right back to where we're starting from. Can I tell you another thing about Dumb and Dumber 2? You're like, please no, please no. I think that there is a rule, which is that any movie that has this song in it has no chance to be good. What's the song? It goes, I got a hot bird, but that was Sorry. I was trying to come up with how to replicate it, but it's like, it's got a guy with a cool voice. And it's like a funny song, right? It's like a song you'd hear in a commercial for like a cell phone provider. And it goes like, I gotta stop there. Yeah, look, if you've seen the movie, please help me out. I know I didn't give you a lot to go on there. You know, it's kind of got like Steve Harwell from Smash Mouth's cool guy frog voice. But then, like, the lyrics, I don't know if they're in English. Or if it's like a different language, or if it's just sounds. And I'm not trying to be offensive when I say it. I'm just, anytime I hear this song, I'm just instantly transported to like, hey, this is like, my brain is preoccupied with the idea that this is a goofy movie. Not a goofy movie, but a movie that is goofy. I'm gonna lose. Increasingly, the realization has dawned on me that I am tossing way too much HP away. We gotta... I mean, are we really gonna wait for these? I guess you don't have to wait too long. There we go. Please. I need to take it. It's okay. It's okay. It's a good time to think about, like, Monkey's Paw pays out on a half. We take one hit. I bet we have the bone. Yeah, I think we need to get an... Oh, never mind. Now we should be good. No, now we're not good. We need another half spirit heart. Somehow. How are we gonna do that? One of these, maybe? Please. Oh my god. It's the greatest room you could ever ask for. Just goes to show you, the worst laid plans of mice and men. Please? 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 That's what you gave me. Out of 17 red hearts as Dark Bum. That's what you gave me? I'm stunned. I'm flabbergasted. This is brutality. Oh, the tower card. Thanks. You genuinely should not have. Okay, let's take our lumps. Let's die. We may not, just to be clear, because Arrow Walk might be kind of sick, but Arrow Walk might also create a situation where there's like some unblockable attacks. Or undodgeable, I guess. We'll see. One thing's for certain. It's certainly making it a lot easier right now. I'm loving the way this is going as we speak. That was so easy, oh my god. Okay, maybe Arrow Walk actually saved this run, and I should say thank you to Dark Bum for allowing it to happen. Still a little touchy. I mean, for a Tainted Lazarus run, to even have a chance of winning is actually incredible. And this, I know we're not Tainted Lazarus anymore, but like the odds when the run started versus like the odds where they stand now, I guess there's nothing to be sad about. We really beat the odds just to be here. And thank God Arrow Walk is not stuck on a time limit. What the? You're dead. Oh my god, we did it. That's kind of incredible, honestly. The animation is so good. That's how Isaac used to run on my my laptop when I lived in South Korea. Anyway. Oh, that's a stretch. Hey, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. Somehow, we're still rolling here. Watch Survivor Wednesdays at 8 on Global in Canada, and I'll see you next time. See ya!